Alright, so in our last video we talked about the lore and Final Fantasy Easter eggs found in Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. Well, as much as we love Morbles, it's now time to talk about the battle system. We'll also give a few pointers to both MMO veterans and people who know nothing about the genre. Hey, everyone needs to start somewhere. Okay, while creating a character, you can pick one of two paths. Disciples of War or Disciples of Magic. Disciples of War are weapon-based warriors and include gladiators, pugilists, marauders, lancers, and archers. Disciples of Magic deal with, magic, and cover conjurers, thaumaturges, and arcanists. Now in most MMOs, you pick one class and you're stuck with it, but FF14 is a little more flexible. Once you hit level 10, you can actually switch classes completely by equipping a different weapon, so you can actually try any class that your Moogle-loving heart desires. You do level up each class independently, so being a level 50 gladiator doesn't mean that you can also automatically transform to a level 50 lancer. But the point is that you can easily experiment with all the classes and their special abilities. So on top of that, each class has a specialization called a job. You activate jobs by holding a special item after you reach level 30. The jobs have classic Final Fantasy names, like Monk, Warrior, Dragoon, Black Mage, etc., etc. So if you hear us use those terms, that's what we're talking about. You'll want to use jobs when you get into higher level party play. Okay, the actual battles should be pretty familiar to RPG fans. You'll gain experience to level up and get new abilities. No surprise there. Each class plays a little differently, and that's way too much to cover here, but just know that you can activate combos by performing certain moves in a certain order. And while you can fight by yourself, partying up with people will make everything easier. A party of 4 or more also has access to limit breaks, big flashy moves like this. Finally, you can also enlist the help of a Chocobo companion to battle alongside you. They can draw attacks away from you, attack or heal. Not to mention that they're just so gosh darn cute. So that's the basics. But what if you don't know anything about MMOs? All of those MMO type terms like tanks and DPS might be a little scary for you. Okay, real quick, tanks are guys or gals who have really high health and keep enemies away from the other players. They absorb damage and use abilities to get the attention of enemies. If this sounds good to you, play as a marauder, gladiator, or warrior. The healers stay away from the actual fighting and support their teammates with spells. Play as a conjurer, white mage, or scholar if you like healing or protecting your fellow man. Finally, DPS stands for damage per second. These are the heavy hitters, but they also have low health. If you like getting up close and personal, go for the Lancer, Pugilist, Monk, or Dragoon. If you want to be a DPS that keeps your distance, be an Archer, Bard, Black Mage, Thaumaturge, Arcanist, or Summoner. Okay, that's probably a lot of info to process, but trust me, it makes much more sense when you're actually playing. In the meantime, keep checking IGN for more Realm Reborn videos, including Greg Miller's commentaries on the game. Until then, kupo! I've been waiting to say that.